Besides Brad Pitt and short-term marriages, how much do you know about Hollywood? Or more specifically, about the Hollywood sign, which is what I will be talking about today. The sign is located on Mount Lee in the Beechwood Canyon of the Santa Monica Mountains. But that's not what I want you to know about it, so bear with me. This iconic sign has had its ups and downs, but also has had a few transformations, not just from industry, but the wording of the sign as well. You will see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Now, why is the sign so big anyway? Furthermore, why was the sign built in the first place? According to the Hollywood Sign official website, in 1923, the sign was built as a huge illuminated advertisement for the upscale real estate development Hollywoodland. Almost every city or every country around the world has something that represents them. For Californians, that is the Hollywood sign. In the words of Jefferson Graham, the Hollywood sign is to Los Angeles what the Eiffel Tower is to Paris and the Empire State Building is to New York. Though the sign has been successful for the last few decades, this hasn't always been the case. Unfortunately, the access to the property back when was pretty easy to trespass, making the sign an easy target for pranksters. For example, according to Robert Sanssouci, in 1990, the citizens of Los Angeles awoke to find the sign read, "Jolly Wood," slogan of a British airline that was beginning service out of Los Angeles airport. On another occasion, stated by Jesse Greenspan, on January 1st, 1976, Cal State Northridge student Danny Finewood and his friends made their way to the Hollywood sign with about 50 worth of black and white fabric, which they used to make the sign read "Holy Weed," in celebration of a state law that essentially decriminalized the possession of small amounts of marijuana. Like I said, this sign has had its ups and downs. As of today, fencing all around it makes it hard for pranksters or people in general to go near it. Nevertheless, one of the most recent challenges, according to William Welch, the 138-acre tract on Cahuenga Peak was put on the market in 2002 by the state of Howard Hughes, who owned it since 1940s. The buyers, a Chicago investment group, secured a right to build several states. Efforts to preserve the land around the sign have helped by the economic downturn. Fortunately, they were able to preserve the land that would otherwise have been developed by the Chicago investment group. No doubt. The Hollywood sign is an icon around the globe. Today, when we hear the word Hollywood, we can't help it but to think of the movie industry. Though the sign was meant to advertise real estate just for a few months, the sign remains impeccable today. Final story. According to the Hollywood Sign official website, in 1932, struggling young actress Peg Entwistle climbed up to the top of the letter H and took a swan dive into the mountains, achieving in death the fame that eluded her in her life. I sure hope that you learned today something that you didn't know before about the Hollywood sign.